Okay, welcome back to everyone. This is Solas Friday show.
You did it.
So today's topic about should people believe conspiracy theory? Okay, I have a question that you always talk about conspiracy theory, right? Can you explain what it is?
I believe that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or an event.
Okay.
So like, let's say the government is responsible for something, but they're covering it up and telling you something else,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Like for what?
For example, I don't believe that the moon landing was real. So it's a conspiracy theory. But I genuinely believe that because this was a time of the Cold War when the United States was in big competition with Russia. And whoever would get to the moon in space first would be kind of the winner of this Cold War. So I believe this was filmed in Hollywood somewhere. There's some facts to present this claim to make people question if the moon landing was really real or not.
The topic about conspiracy theory, it actually happened while we were in the long distance relationship.
Yeah.
That we're just talking on the phone, but every single time he always bring up the like random topic, like random conspiracy theory that, baby, I think I believe this. Do you think it's true? Or like it makes me so scary, stuff like that. And
What
then
was your first impression?
you wanna be going to like crazy or like
Crazy
why
house?
why do you read it? Is it fun or
So Art came to Korea and I got to hang out with Art a lot. So I've heard of conspiracy theories before too, but it's just that I didn't have any Korean friends that have vented about conspiracy theory at 11 p.m. for 3 hours about one single theory. That was my first experience.
I think there's a really big misconception when it comes to conspiracy theories. I think that whenever you say conspiracy theory, people automatically think either you're crazy or your idea is crazy. And I think that's not right, because just because you like conspiracy theories, it doesn't mean you believe them. But there is some that I might find more believable than what we're actually taught, let's say in school, or what the news talks about, or what people talk about. And the most popular example I like to use too in this argument is like how in Japan in school they teach a different history that happened with Korea, and they don't know,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of the same thing. I'm not crazy, I just like to read about it. But I once did go crazy though.
so then
So-
I have a question that do you think people need to like care about it more?
Of course, because a lot of conspiracy theories, like by definition, are involved with big organizations or government. We should always question them, because if we don't, then they get to do whatever they want, and they get to tell their version of the truth that we choose to then believe and never question. And that to me is a little bit worrisome, right? Or troublesome
But
a little
then
bit.
why government try to hide the fact? What's the purpose of conspiracy theory, or like what's the purpose of covering the fact?
I think for their sake, because it protects some of their benefits.
Like Cold War, like if people believe it.
Sure. Like the Cold War maybe is a good example,
Yeah, they lied
Right.
it because they wanted to show off their influence, right?
right? And show off their power to the rest of the world.
For now, I haven't really thought about in a way that people are not caring enough about conspiracy
But we don't really talk about it in Korea though.
in a casual sense, right?
Yeah. Because it's
there-
so weird.
I mean, look
topic.
at that. There are always protests in Gwanghwamun, and
Yeah.
like because some people don't agree, but it's not conspiracy, right? Like I support some political expression like that. I'm not so sure about conspiracy.
If you would say to your Korean friends, let's say, oh, I believe in this conspiracy theory, or I'm interested in this conspiracy theory, how would your Korean friends react? Sorry, I'm genuinely curious, because in America it's more normal,
To be honest, I've never really
you know?
talked about with other friends except you and Mickey.
I think
I
they
mean,
would zone out.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that boring? Like,
No, it's like it's such a, I don't know, like not that common topic that we talk about casually with friends.
I mean, they will pay a lot of attention if you say your school vice president cheated on the final exam and actually it's manipulated. Everybody will start to care.
Okay.
But I don't know. I have never put so much thought on moon landing, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Me too.
I don't really care if it's true or not, to be honest. You? You
I
care?
don't really
Are you
care.
shocked if it's false, fake?
No.
I'm not too shocked either. I'm
Yeah.
like, let it be.
When it comes to its definition, there's always like big organization or like government behind it, right? That means like you have to question every single stuff what they did or what they tried to do. I think it's important, but at some point that you ended up you question like too much that you couldn't really handle it. When we're in the long distance relationship, I definitely hate the fact that you try to look for conspiracy theory because it has such a huge negative effects on our relationship because it makes me so anxious. Like he's like, baby, it seems so real. I mean, you should check stuff like that.
The
And
apocalypse is coming.
yeah, I think I was more scared the fact that maybe he might go crazy. Oh, of course, I'm worried that what if something happened in America while we were in the long distance relationship? So actually, to be honest, I always like, I wish I could see him once before he made
dies.
It. Yeah.
And see, that's the bad side of conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Is sometimes when you dig too deep, if you get too deep into it, it can have a serious effect on you mentally if you choose to believe it.
Because it
Yeah,
seems
you said it.
too real.
I had to stop completely
Yeah.
because I just couldn't fucking live my life normally because I was so scared of living in my own country.
Nothing about negative, but you broke conspiracy theory when you first meet up the person.
Because
Like,
to be
hey,
fair, in
hey,
US,
do you
in
think-
US, it's such an interesting topic for people to talk
Okay,
about.
okay, maybe it's the culture differences, but
Yeah.
when I see you, it's like, oh hey, but do you think people will land the moon? It's like it feels like that when you first met.
That's fair.
I mean,
But maybe I
that's-
should be a little bit
that's
careful with who I
funny
meet.
to us.
No,
Careful.
I don't think you have to.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
hope
it's
you
fake, right?
hope you understand. We don't have any opinion on conspiracy theory.
No, I
Fine, I'm
appreciate
cool.
that.
I'm cool with art.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Doing that.
Can we at least have one good thing then? What do you think is a good thing about conspiracy theories?
It's
we just
entertaining.
we just talked. It's funny.
Oh, it's funny. It's
It
entertaining.
doesn't get art bored anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Huh?
I'm just curious. Are you more or less occupied with conspiracy theory
I'm less
after you moved to
occupied.
Korea? Less?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does that make you sad?
I think I'm mentally better not looking at
Yeah.
conspiracy theories.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, look at him. Since we don't really know about conspiracy theory or how other people actually think because we barely talk on this topic usually. So if you have any ideas, please leave a comment and let us know. And we will see you next time.
Oh, also, if there's any Korean conspiracy theories, please write in the comments because I'm kind of curious to look
Because
at
he'd
some.
like to know.
Yeah,
I would love to
okay.
know some.
See you next Friday. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Art promised me that for every person that actually recognizes that I say it's exclusive, I get one iced tea. For
Okay, leave
every
a comment.
single one of them.
I'm kind of scared now.
I think I never have to pay for iced tea again.
Okay.
I just have to get the word out somehow.
Yeah. Deal.